To stop my freeloading roommate from using my laundry card, I intentionally left it with a zero balance. The next day, she slammed a receipt onto my desk with total entitlement. Lydia, why didn't you refill your laundry card? I had to stop my wash mid-cycle because of you. I put $10 on it for you. Since we're roommates, I won't charge you a convenience fee for the trip to the kiosk. How are you going to pay me back? Venmo or Cash App? I almost laughed in her face. A single load of laundry cost $5, and she had been leeching off my card for 2 months. She had used it at least 30 times. I hadn't even asked her for the $150 she owed me yet, and here she was, hounding me for $10. I looked her in the eye. Fine, I'll give you the $10, but first, pay me back the $150 for the loads you've already done. She didn't say a word. Instead, she turned around and went straight to the dean of students. The dean pulled me aside, giving me a long-winded speech about how she was the school's inspirational representative. He told me to just suck it up. He warned me that if this turned into a scandal, it would look bad for the university and could even affect my graduation. My roommate became even more arrogant after that. She started spouting nonsense in the dorm. Lydia has so much money. Why shouldn't she spend some on me? I grew up in the middle of nowhere, but the school values me. If she's really that upset, let her make a scene. At the end of the day, she's the one who won't graduate, not me. I let out a cold laugh. Did they really think I was too afraid to blow this up? Well, I was going to give them a show they'd never forget. Nadine's eyes welled up with tears. She shot a quick glance at our other roommates before lowering her head. Her voice sounded like she was on the verge of a breakdown. Lydia, it was so windy this afternoon. I ran all the way to the student center with wet hair just to refill your card. If you don't want to be grateful, fine. But how can you be so petty about money? Petty? Is that what we're calling it now? Asking for what's rightfully mine? The other girls in the room turned their chairs around to watch the drama. Sloane asked, what's going on? It's nothing. I just put $10 on Lydia's laundry card and now she refuses to pay me back. Nadine sniffled, pausing for effect. I'm not even saying she has to pay. It's just that $10 is what I spend on food for a whole day. Sloane nodded and looked at me. Was your card really empty? I leaned back in my chair, my voice flat. Because Nadine used it all. Nadine pouted as if she were the victim. What do you mean I used it? Don't you use it too? Besides, I've used it so many times before and you never said anything. I stared her down. That's because every single time you said, I'll pay you back next time. But you never did. The first time Nadine leached off me was during the second week of the semester. I had just finished my laundry when she happened to walk in. Lydia, my card is empty. Can I borrow yours? I'll refill mine tomorrow and Venmo you. I said sure and handed it over. The next day she didn't mention it. I didn't bring it up either. Then came the third time, the fourth, the fifth. Her can I borrow it turned into just let me scan yours. I'll get you later. But later never came. One time I came back from class and she just held her hand out while sitting on her bed. Give me the card. I need to do laundry. I asked if she had sent me the money yet. She froze for a second, then laughed. Don't you still have plenty of credits on there? It's not like it's hard cash. Why are you being so calculated? Calculated. It wasn't just the laundry card either. Nadine would always ask me to grab her something whenever I was printing files or ordering Starbucks. Each time it was only $2 or $3 or maybe 10. And every single time it was, I'll pay you back later. Again, she never did. I knew she came from a poor rural background and had 3 younger siblings to help support. She was on a tight budget, so I hadn't made a big deal out of it. But now she was calling me petty. Since that conversation, I had stopped refilling the card. I figured she would realize what was happening once she saw the zero balance. Who knew she would refill it herself and then come to me for a reimbursement? Seeing my silence, Nadine's victim act started to crumble. Lydia, I only used your card a few times. Don't you think you're being a bit much? You think this is a bit much? I picked up my phone, turned the screen toward her, and started scrolling. You've used my card 32 times in the last 2 months. At $5 a load, that's $160. I've bought you lunch 12 times. I've paid for your printing 7 times. I've bought you 9 lattes. All those little things add up to $300. I locked my phone and looked her straight in the eye. That's $460 total. Subtract the $10 you just spent, and you owe me $450. Venmo or Cash App? The dorm went silent for 2 seconds. Tears started pooling in Nadine's eyes again. Lydia, you know my family is struggling, yet you're being so aggressive.